my friends. I want to talk to you today about design space. I know a lot of you still have your Cricuts with cartridges and you're really worried about what does it entail and you're not really sure you want to do anything different. But I want to show you that you can explore design space without buying a Cricut. You don't need to buy a Cricut. You really don't. You will if you want to use it, but you don't need to see if you like it. So here's the deal. Let me take you in and show you. First thing you're going to do is you're going to want to go to Cricut.com, right up here. And you're going to see Shop or Design. We're going to go to Design. And you're going to download. Now, that sounds scary. You can always uninstall. You can always get rid of it. You're just going to download the program so that you can see what it looks like. Yeah, it's free. I already have it on my computer, so I'm going to say open because I don't want to download it again. And it's going to go ahead and open up my design space. This is where it gets creepy, and you're not really sure where to go or what to do or how to do anything. I want you to go to New Project right here, and you're going to click on that. Oh, it wants me to update something. Sometimes that happens, and that means it wants me to have the latest version. Anytime Cricut makes a change or Cricut adds a new image or does something, it wants to update. Let it do it. It wants to give you the newest and freshest of anything. It's not hurting anything, nothing to be afraid of. Just let it go ahead and do it. And it's going to do it. And we're right back where we started. So we're going to make this bigger so that you can see it. And again, we're going to go with New Project. Okay. Now you come to this big, scary, graphy looking place that looks like it has no place in your life. You do not want to know this. But let me show you why you do. What this is basically the mat, your cutting mat. You know, this one. It's basically this one. And it's on the screen, right? So they just pop it on the screen. It's just not blue, but it's the same thing. See, it's got inches across the side. We can get into more detail about what it can do. What I want you to look at right now is images. Images are the Cricut images. Those images are the things that are on your cartridges, okay? Your cartridge is called now image sets. They just changed the word. It's the same thing. So when I click on image sets, now I have all the cartridges that I'm used to. Today, the question I saw on a Facebook group was, I'm trying to make this image in Love a Latte, and I don't really know how to do it, and I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It's the light cartridge, so those light cartridges just had like that trifold thing. They didn't have a good booklet or description. I have to say that's one of the things with Cricut is its instructions are not the best. But, so we're going to go to image set. So let's go back here. We're going to go to images. We're going to go to image sets. This is all the thing. And I'm going to type in the name of the cartridge, the image set I want to look at. And I want to look at Love a Latte. Okay? And I'm going to say search. Notice there are 3,337 sets. Yeah. I'm going to say search, and here comes Love You a Latte, which is the set we were talking about, and these are all the images. If I click here, all the images that are there show up. And I'm going to click on this coffee cup because that's the one we were talking about in the website. And when you click on that, notice it gets this little highlight around it, and it lines up down here. And I'm going to say insert images. Again, scary. But what it does is it brings that assembled image in here into design space. Now, you know, one of the biggest tricks with our traditional Cricuts was how big is it, right? So you might say, well, it's if you look right up here. See, it says it's 3.99 wide and 3.111 tall. Cricut just dumps them in here at like a normal size and then you can decide. But in designs on your machine, it was in inches. Well, if it's 3 inches tall, what does that mean exactly? What if it's 5 inches tall? So if I change this to 5, it proportionally makes the cup the same size. But now this cup is now 6.5 inches wide. It's huge. It might be 5 inches tall, but it's really big. If I'm going to put this on a 12 by 12 layout, it's going to take up half my paper. Let me show you my other trick in here. Yes, I teach lots of Cricut classes, and I teach them online so that you can see what's happening. All right, so let's assume this is our piece of scrapbook paper, and I have this cup on here. That's probably not the size I want. Now there's lots of other ways to help you see it. I use that trick of adding a shape in the size of where I'm going with it. But I'm going to make, okay, so maybe I want this 3 inches tall. Let's see what that does. And that could go nicely in the corner of my layout. I could pop my photos in and we'd be good, right? All right, so the question was, how do I put this together? I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so we can see. If you look over here in the right, all this can be done in the free software. You don't have to own anything. And you can play all day long. You can take a class so that you know what you're doing before you even decide, do you need a machine? And what are you going to do with a machine? Which one is right for you? Let's play in the software because Design Space works for all your machines. It works for the Cricut Joy, the little one. It works for the Cricut Explore, the Air 2, yep, all the Explore family, and it works for the Maker. So all those Cricuts use the very same software, and yes, you can go look at it for free anytime you want. You can install it for free. You can't really do much with it unless you have one of those other 3 Cricuts, but you can still play with it. You can see what you're doing, see if you like it. So look over here on the right. You've got layers, and that's the part that always scares us. But that's how the cup goes together. So if I ungroup this cup and I start to take it apart, I have that in pink. I have this in kind of a darker pinky brown. And then I have this part of the cup. And then I have my coffee. So it's 4 layers that put this together. The cool part about Cricut and Design Space is it cuts by color. So when I say make it, it's going to send it over to the mat. That's exactly what my mat will look like. It'll have pink paper loaded on it. It's going to load into the machine that way, and that's exactly where Cricut's going to cut it. This is number 2. Exactly where. Number 3 low to the mat. Number 4 low to the mat by color. So it really helps you to see what you're doing before you do it. What if you said, well, you know what, I don't know, I want everything all the same. I really like these colors, but I don't have that paper. Watch this. If I put this all back together the way it was, and I can do what I'm doing right now, or I can simply do undo, undo, and notice it goes back together. Right, super cool. I can select all of this, and I can come over here, down at the bottom, and I can say flatten. Now, I wanted this 3 inches, remember? So I can now say, I love this cup. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I want it just those colors. I don't have that paper. I can now say make it. Cricut is going to send this over here. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of white printer paper. Yep, your printer. You're going to send this to your printer. Nothing to do with Cricut, not like the Imagine or any of those things. To any printer that you have in your home. You're going to tell it to go ahead. It's going to print it. Then you're going to take it and bring it out of your printer, load it on the mat, and then feed the mat into, this won't go with Joy, this will go with either the Explore family members, any of those, or the Maker. The Joys can't do this. So that would make your decision. If you love this idea, well then the Joy's not for you. and it's going to cut out just your cup within those colors, right? So the cool thing about this is you can really play with this and learn lots about the software way before you spend any money. So you don't get the machine home and then get really frustrated that this was not for you. No, I don't work for Cricut. No, I don't make any money off you buying a Cricut. I don't. I just feel like so many people don't know what it is and don't know that they can play with it. It's not mystifying. It's really not. If you have any more questions, please ask. I'm more than happy to help. I've been teaching online Cricut classes for 10 years, back in baby bug days, and right up until I'm still doing it. So have a great day. Any questions, let me know. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel too. See you soon. Bye.